Hello everyone, welcome to Brit's Vids. I'm Brittany Papp. Today we're starting a new weekly segment called TWAIN Tuesday. Woo-hoo! So hop on board the TWAIN and I will tell you how it works. The content and the structure of the video for every Tuesday may change depending on what I feel like doing. However, it will always be related to tweets from Twitter. This week, to kick off TWAIN Tuesday, I tweeted out asking for people to tweet random words back at me, just one single random word of their choice. However, I didn't tell them what I was going to do with those words. I'm going to take each of those words that were tweeted at me and search them on Twitter. Now, I'm going to take the top tweet that comes up on the page that has that word within it. I'm going to show you the tweet, read it aloud, and give you my reaction/comments on it. So here we go. First up, from Acro412. He gives me the word discombobulate. That's a good word. Oh, this is deep.
This is deep, guys.
It says, abundant shadows, confused established fates. Bounteous darkness scrambles, constituted... Holy crap! Consuetudinary adventitiousness. Cannot say these words. What is this tweet? Thank you, row your boat, for that mess. I don't know what that means. Next up, from AV_330, the word defenestrate. I have a pretty decent vocabulary and I've never heard of this word. Dictionary.com says to throw a person or thing out of a window. Buses that are not in service make me want to defenestrate myself. Well, it's probably a little bit difficult to throw yourself on the window if you can't get in the bus. However, if the bus is not in service, it's probably easier to get on the bus and throw yourself out of the window without making a huge, public disturbance. At the Seth Reinhardt tweets at me pizza. Classic Seth Reinhardt. I am not surprised whatsoever. I'm sure there are millions of tweets involving pizza. It's probably gonna be something stupid like, I want pizza. Pizza is bad. Walter White's house in Breaking Bad is a real house in Albuquerque, and its residents are tired of fans throwing pizza on the roof. What? I don't know if this pizza throwing is something that is part of the show. Is it something that happened on the show? I don't know why. Of all things to throw on a roof, I mean, pizza is great. If I were the residents of this house and people were throwing pizza on my roof, I would be in heaven. Are Uber facts, are those real things or are those fake things? You guys are gonna learn a lot about how dumb I am and how much it seems like I live under a rock. You would think for somebody who spends as much time on the internet and social media as I do that I would be really up to date on all this. Whatever Uber facts is, what's Uber? What's the word Uber mean? Uber means the ultimate, above all, the best, top, something that nothing is better than. Uber. I mean, I've heard people be like, that's uber exciting. That's uber awesome. That's uber on fleek. I don't think anybody says that. I just know that fleek is one of those words that all the kids are using these days. I had to look this up because I needed to know about this. It's a real thing that's happening. People are throwing pizza on the roof of this lady's house. This article says the woman who lives in the house used as Walter White's residence on Breaking Bad is not happy. She's not happy. Inspired by White's famous pizza toss in a season 3 episode of Breaking Bad. Wow, so I am sorry lady, but eat the pizza. At Jenny Hello Jenny gives me the word blob. Mysterious ocean blob could be behind warmer BC temperatures. If you're wondering why British Columbia experienced such a mild winter and early spring, you could maybe blame it on the mysterious blob. So this blob is apparently this large mass of water that scientists have been tracking in the Pacific Ocean that is 1,000 kilometers long and at least 2 degrees Celsius warmer than usual. Anyway, I don't feel like reading the rest of the article, but there's some blob that's doing things, and it's mysterious. At Marissa Earl 4 gives me the word hippopotamus. The Adelaide Zoo hippopotamus Brutus celebrated his 50th birthday today with pumpkin cake. He is going to town on this pumpkin cake. Dude, when they said pumpkin cake, I was imagining this we have pumpkin rolls and pumpkin cookies. And I was imagining this beautifully cream cheese frosted pumpkin cake. But guys, in the picture, look at this. This is literally a cake made out of pumpkins with carrot candles. You go, Brutus. Happy 50th. Happy 50th, Brutus. You're the man. You're the hippo. You're the hippopotamus. You never make me want to defenestrate myself. Brutus is one of the oldest Nile hippos in Australia and has fathered 17 calves? What? With his mate Susie. Oh my gosh, so they're like... Brutus and Susie have been together for... They arrived in Adelaide from Taronga Zoo in 1975. So, Brutus and Susie the hippos have been together for 41 years. Everybody give a round of applause for Brutus and Susie. Oh, they've parented 17 calves. That's impressive. These hippos are doing it right. They're doing it right. These hippos are doing it. Alright, last but certainly not least, we have a tweet from @Tyler_Adams23. You all know Tyler for the most part. I've mentioned him in many a video. He gives me the word copacetic. And again, to be honest, I've never heard of this word. So we're gonna look it up, see what it means. It says it means in excellent order. That's kind of lame. I was expecting it to be like this really epic thing. I mean, it's still a good word, Tyler, but in excellent order? So, copacetic is a real word? Yeah, Denise, that's what I was thinking too. Not really much else to say on that. So, that wraps, well, look, I got this like tweet twain. That wraps it up. So, that wraps up today's tweet twain. Woo-woo! Thank you to anybody who submitted words. Please like, subscribe, shoot me a comment, come back for more. This is gonna happen every Tuesday from now on, something kind of like this. We'll kind of feel it out and see where it goes. If you're currently watching on a Tuesday, you know that tomorrow is the hump day hurrah, so you can look forward to a vlog. Barry has been on my case about making more videos and involving him in the process, so it'll be interesting to see where that takes us. But yeah, have a great day, guys, and I will see you next time. As a bonus, I decided to include my own word, which is frothy. This isn't a frosty, it's a frothy. This person is dead on. You guys know that I'm into the frosties, and I have
Frosty Friday.
So I know all about the frothy.